guys, just a quick video about the other system I was talking about. I'll try to make this quick. It's the advanced system, just the kind of the solo. I call it the solo system, and I've come up with this to just kind of with the other digit, the animal system. I could only do one digit at a time, but with this one, in theory, I should be able to do it by myself. Or you guys can do it by yourself. And basically, the white bullets are all associated with a single person. Each number instead of digits. So this 24, that would be, and the other one, it'd be 2 digits. This one actually 24 symbolizes just a single person. So in the dream scenario, I'll actually have 5 people around a campfire in a certain environment. I'll explain that a little bit. So the 5 white balls all symbolize a person, each an individual person, and I associate a lot of these people are like athletes, like famous athletes, because of the numbers on their jerseys. So and then also some of them are like presidents. Some like number 1's like George Washington because he's the first president. Number 16 is Abraham Lincoln. He's the 16th president. I only know a couple presidents of the United States. So that's a couple of those. Number 17 is Leprechaun, because he's the March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. Just stuff like that. It could be kind of random stuff like that, but just each number has to associate in your mind to something. So it's individual like that. So in the dream, there are 5 people or items, 5 people around a campfire, and then the campfire is then the location of the campfire is determined by the Powerball. So like say the first digit of the Powerball is a 2, so all the way 26, 20, all the way down to 20, number 20, so 20 through 26. If it starts with a 2, that means that the campfire and the 5 people around the campfire, they are at the beach. It's like nighttime, it's at the beach. The 2 symbolizes the beach. So if the first digit of the Powerball is a 1, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, all the way up to 19, the first digit is a 1 of the Powerball. That means they're in the woods, right? So I think of it like, so like that. In the woods, and then if the first digit of the Powerball is a 0, so remember all these single digit numbers, that there's an implied 0 there. There's actually 0 4 there on this one. So if it's the first digit is 0, so number 1 all the way up to 9, that means they're in the snow. Like it's a snowy, cold atmosphere. That's just going to make it, so this is all about having it memorable in my mind when I wake up. So basically, you got 5 people around a campfire in a certain environment, and then the 5 people are determined by the 5 white balls here. You could see, and also you can have all 69 numbers. You can have like 69 different people, all associated to a number. I didn't do that because I couldn't really think of that many people. A lot of the athletes, the numbers don't go up that high, 55, 59. They don't go that high, so I just ended at 40. I started, and then so I go to number 40, and then it kind of repeats when it's double their size. Meaning, like, so say there's 5 people in the dream, right? You got 5 of these people, right? Say 4 of these people, but then, so like Michael, for example, Michael Jordan's number 23. Most of you guys knew that. But so say there's 4 normal-sized people, and then there's Michael Jordan, but he's like double the size. It's like a double-sized Michael Jordan. I take Michael Jordan's number 23, but then I add 40 to that. I add 40, so it's actually 63. I know a double Michael Jordan. A large Michael Jordan is 23 plus 40, so he's 63. That's how I do that. So like, another example would be like George Washington. So they say there's like, there's a big George Washington, and like a big Tom Brady. Tom Brady's number 12. I don't know if a lot of you guys watching this, I don't know if you know who these people are, but they're the athletes. Say there's 3 normal-sized people, and then there's a large George Washington. Okay, I know George Washington's number 1. He's the first president, but then he's large. He's double the size. So I know I add 40 to that. So I know that's the next number's gonna be 41. And the other one I said it was Tom Brady. Tom Brady's number 12 in my mind, in my system. So then I add 40 piece inches to the large. He's a double size, like him and George Washington are both real big. So then I'd add, so 12 plus 40 is 52. So then I know that's 52 there, right? So you got these people. And in theory, you can have the same person in there twice. I mean, we'll go back to Michael Jordan. Most of you guys know Michael Jordan. So say there's two people there, and then there's a normal size Michael Jordan, which is 23, and then say there's another person, right? But then there's also a big Michael Jordan, a double Michael Jordan. He's double the size. So there's a small normal size Michael Jordan, and then there's also a guy that's double the size Michael Jordan. So there's two Michael Jordans. So I know that second Michael Jordan, the big one, is 23 plus 40, which is 63. So then, in theory, in the dream, there can be two Michael Jordans there. One of them's bigger. Anyways, that whole adding the 40, that's just to avoid having to come up with all 69 numbers. I didn't do that. But you could very easily, if you can come up with 69 different things or people, I do people because I figure they'd be memorable in a dream and they're all different. But you can come up with 69 different people or items in the dream. Yeah, you could. That could work easier too, right? Like I said, you have the 5 people. You have 5 people, say at least 5 people, right, in the dream, and they're around a campfire, and say they're in the snow. So I know that they're in the snow. I'll know the numbers. Either the parable is gonna be one of these single digit, because that first digit is gonna be a 0. Remember the implied 0 in front of these numbers, right? That's how I do that, right? And then the other way, so then this last digit of this thing, that's based on the number. I do like the number of stones. That's like a circle of stones around the fire, around the actual campfire. So say like there's 5 people, get 5 people, they're in the woods, and there's like 3 circles of stones around the campfire. You know, it kind of a barrier circle, so there's 3 circles of stones. So since they're around the woods, I know the first digit is gonna be a 1. And then there's 3 circles of stones around the campfire. It's going to be a 3. So it'll be 13 like that. The whole stone thing, that's a very complicated... That's a lot to remember in a dream. So that's like the finest detail right there. The main part is the 5 people. Those should be memorable. The 5 people and the environment they're in. So that's the key right there. So if you had 5 people, you remember that in the dream and you know they're in the woods. So even if you didn't remember, so if I had a dream of these 5 people, all right, look at the top of the screen. Those 5 people, they're in the woods, and say I don't remember, like the number of stones, the circles of stones around the campfire. That's okay. I would just buy, or I would have the person, whoever's buying the ticket, I would have that person buy all the woods numbers, meaning 10, 11. I would buy those 5 white balls, and I would have them buy it. Okay, do one with the Powerball 10. One with the Powerball 11, on 12 all the way up to 19. So that would be 10 different tickets, right? So that'd be $20, $2 each, that'd be $20. I know that's a lot of money for some people. And you wouldn't want to do this every time, but you think about it, if you had that dream, if I actually had that dream of 5 specific people that I planned around the campfire, in the woods or wherever, I would pay the $20 just because I feel it'd be worth it, because that would be such a big deal. And this has not worked for me. I have not had a specific dream like this to have this work. The animal dream system, go watch the other video. That one works. That one I know works. And I know it is going to work for other people too. This one is just in theory. This one I've only been doing for, I don't know, less than a year. Maybe less than 6 months actually. I just came up with it because instead of doing one single digit at a time with the animal system, I figured this one, I could do it on my own, and in theory, it should work. Just like the animal system was a theory at first, but then that one actually worked, so I know that one can work. But this one, I'll just figure, this is all about just having a memorable 5 different people in my dream around a campfire. They're in a certain setting, so say they're at the beach, okay? Then I know the first digit of the parable is going to be a 2. And you can do it. You don't have to do the whole campfire thing. You don't have to do the setting. You could set up your Powerball to could mean something else. You could have 5 people, 5 things, the white balls, and then make the Powerball symbolize something else. I don't know. Or maybe you just dream of the numbers, and that would be so much easier. If I could find someone who actually dreams of numbers of these things, that would be great to get in touch with and team up with, if I get the Patreon set up and we can work together, and that would just be great. But I've never dreamt of numbers. I've never done that. So that's why I need people. I need the people in my mind that are something memorable. with certain people or certain things to just so I wake up and I remember those things. And yeah, so even if say you do have, you said you remember the 5, you had a dream of 5 different people, right? You got these 5 people up here up top, right? And then say like you don't quite remember, say like they're in the woods. All right, they're in the woods. So it's gonna be 10, 11, 12, 13, 19. But say like you don't want to spend all that. Even if you don't get the Powerball correctly, you still get you get those 5 white balls correctly. That's like $1 million at least, depending on where you're at. And yeah, that would be great. And I know, but we all going for the jackpot here. I'm shooting for the jackpot here. So that's the key to this whole thing, and I hope you guys strive for that too. So I believe it is possible. And yeah, but $1 million, that is amazing in itself. So don't think you gotta spend a lot of money doing these things. It's all about the system, and I figure if we work together, it's gonna be great. So anyways, I just been thinking about that. I figured I'd get that out there real quick. I know it's not too quick of a video, but just I figure this is gonna work for somebody, Eventually this is gonna work, and I just want you guys to hear about this and try it out. And yeah, just remember Jesus loves you, and no matter how long it takes to win this thing, just get to know him first. Be thankful that he's in your life, and then yeah, he's your best friend, and he's always gonna be there no matter how much you win, no matter how much money you have. He's the only person who's going to be there for you, and he's never gonna let you down. So anyway, guys, so just want to get that out there, and I love you, and I'll see you later.